Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back at you. Today is the 6th of November 2023, and exactly 1 year and 1 day from today, we will have one of the most pivotal presidential elections ever. And I was going over it in my mind, looking at a number of the polls that are out there that are trying to tell us that Trump is ahead in this state and in that state, but Biden's ahead in this one. And then you've got RFK Jr. out there raising quite a lot of attention with his 22% favorability or poll rating right now, and what effect is his run going to do to either Trump or Biden. It's kind of a disturbing thought when you really try to dissect it. I'm going to come back with a few of my own thoughts on what I see coming. So, question number one that I'm trying to wrestle with in my own understanding of what's really trying to go on here. Question number one is, will we see truly a rematch between Trump and Biden? I'm having a hard time believing that that's going to be the ultimate truth. With all the lawsuits that are going on against Trump, his family, the election stuff, the constitutional standing, what is it, the 14th Amendment or whatever, where they're trying to keep him off the ballot because he engaged in an insurrection, which is only defined by the left here, obviously. So there's all that, and I think it's really just going to boil down to, is he going to get pinched on a couple of felony charges somewhere along the line that he's not going to be able to have enough time to take to the Supreme Court, to get overturned, to find that he's innocent, and he may end up in jail. And I don't think that's going to bode well for Donald J. Trump. His platform, I think, is pretty solid. He wants to clean up the swamp again. He wants to finish building the border wall. He says he's got an answer to peace in the Middle East. We're teetering on the edge of World War III right now, and it would sure be nice if the United States could project a vision of strength and resiliency to the rest of the world so that none of this crap happens. So now you've got Joe Biden on the other side of the aisle here, and he's an octogenarian. He's from all reports and everything that I've seen, he's got some cognitive issues that need to be taken care of. He's aged pretty poorly, and I'm not 100% sure that he's really the President of the United States. I think there are a number of background people out there that are calling the shots, and he's just nodding his head and signing papers and repeating the words that they write for him when he can figure out how to deal with a teleprompter. So it's very possible that Joe Biden will not be the Democrat candidate for president, and that leaves quite a big gap out there. Does RFK Jr. Step into that? Does Kamala Harris step into that role? Do we get Gavin Newsom from California to step in that role? I don't know, but right now I'm thinking that it's better than a 50-50 chance that we're not going to see a Biden-Trump rematch in 2024. I'd like to hear your thoughts, whether you think that's realistic or not. But I'm saying for question number one, it's better than 50-50 chance we won't see them on the ballot come next November. So question number two, which follows on the heels of question number one, if we don't see Trump and Biden on the ballot come this time next November, what will we see? And so on the Republican side, the GOP has got a couple of second place finishers right now. We got Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. And neither one is even within a stone's throw from the lead that Trump's got right now. But if Trump's not the guy, who is going to be the candidate? Is it going to be Nikki Haley? Is it going to be Ron DeSantis? Or are we going to have some other kind of an upstart that's just going to appear a couple of months from now and just take the whole GOP by storm? I'm not sure that's going to happen. So we've got one or the other. Current candidates, Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis. I'm picking Ron DeSantis to fill that void. I don't think Nikki Haley's got enough to really get the job done. Well, she's got quite a lot of Washington, D.C. experience being ambassador and some of the other things, titles that she's held, being a governor, so she, whatever. I just don't think she's got the right vision to pull it off. Ron DeSantis, on the other hand, I think he's got a proven track record as governor of Florida, and I think he's pretty politically savvy. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on in his campaign, but he doesn't seem to be doing real good, and I thought he'd be really playing a closer second to Donald Trump. So on that side, there you go. On the Democrat side, question number two, if Biden's not going to be there, who is really going to run? Is it going to be Gavin Newsom? Is it going to be Amy Klobuchar? Is it going to be Kamala Harris? Is it going to be somebody else, some dark horse that we've never heard of before? I just heard that there was a former congressman from South Carolina that's thinking about throwing his name into the Democrat primary to try to upset things. So we'll have to see if that comes true or not. But on the Democrat side, I think it's a pretty darn safe bet that the Democrats are going to rally around Gavin Newsom. So we're going to have Ron DeSantis and Gavin Newsom running for president this time next year. Wouldn't that be a very interesting race? And question number three, what about these spoilers? What about folks that are challenging on the Democrat side in a primary kind of a heat? Will they have an impact? Well, RFK tried it on the Democrat side, and he basically got booed off the stage, best I can tell. And he's he's doing his own independent thing right now. And we'll see. I think he's going to play a huge spoiler role in this. So the question number four, if RFK Jr. is able to take away enough electoral college votes from either Trump or Biden or the Democrat or the Republican side, he's not going to have enough to claim presidency. And then there's all the theories about, what happens? It's going to be tossed into the House of Representatives, and the House is going to vote on with a one vote per state kind of a thing. And you can never tell how that's going to turn out. So I'm very concerned that the spoilers are really going to be spoilers. RFK Jr., possibly this guy from South Carolina, and I can't remember his name right now, but he was on Trey Gowdy's show last night, and he's trying to define a different pathway for everybody to go, but he's a Democrat, so we'll have to see. So, will the spoilers really make a big difference? I think they will. So, with all this said, depending on what happens in 12 months, we're going to be facing either 4 more years of the crap that we've seen over the last 4 years, or 3 years, and we're going to have a declining economy, high crime rates, an open border, pending World War III, unrest around the world because we're showing foreign policy weakness. And that's what we can expect if we get a Democrat in the White House for the next 4 years. I think if we are able to get a Republican in the White House, I think we're going to see a turnaround of sorts. I think we'll see the economy improve. I think we'll see increasing levels of peace coming to the Middle East and other places around the world. I think we'll see our southern border tighten up very quickly. So I think there's some positive things that are going to come out of that if we can get a Republican in there. Love to hear your thoughts where you stand right now, 1 year before the most pivotal election we will ever face. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.